What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bailey Kramer, and in this video, I'm going to break down my most recent Airbnb slash midterm rental project. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. So back in November of 2023, I bought this property that you're looking at right here in Indiana. So a couple quick facts about the property. So I live in North Carolina, and the property, like I said, is in Indiana. So a lot of people are like, Bailey, how did you find this market in Indiana? My story was I also have a co-hosting business. So I connected with an investor who had long-term rentals in the city, and he had the idea of turning some of them into short-term rentals. So through a mutual connection, I started co-hosting his properties and then realized how awesome of a market it was. So then I was basically on Redfin pretty much every day, multiple times a day, looking for properties for sale. And this is actually not the first property I bought in the market. This is the second property I bought in this market. So I was already pretty comfortable with the area. And again, just checking Redfin every single day. And I see this triplex pop up on Redfin. And long story short, there were no photos of the property on the listing. The listing agent essentially said, hey, if you want to see the inside of the property, you have to make an offer, and your offer has to be accepted because there were tenants in the property and they didn't want to go through the whole process of disturbing the tenants. So long story short, I made an offer without even seeing the inside, just based off of what I hoped the inside looked like. And to be honest with you, once my real estate agent was able to get into the property to tour it for me, because again, I didn't go to the property when I bought it, I was pleasantly surprised with how it looked. So to break down the numbers for you, I bought the property for $147,000. And again, it is a triplex. Two of the units are 1-bed, 1-bath units. And the third unit is a 2-bed, 1-bath. And the property was built in 1947. I had to put down 20% on the property, but I also got about a $5,000 credit at closing for a couple of small repairs that needed to be made. So out of pocket on this property was about $30,000 for me. And that does not include the furniture cost, which I'll talk about here in a second. So when I bought it, 2 of the tenants were going to be moving out within 2 months closing. So that was awesome. And then the third tenant was moving out in about 6 months after I bought the property. Each tenant was paying roughly $650 per month for their long-term lease. And I knew, since I, again, had experience in this market, I can get at least $1,650 per month per unit. So if I take out my calculator, I'm taking it from 650 times 3, so $1,950 per month in income, to $4,950 in income on a conservative estimate. Now, after running this property, I now know that I can get closer to $1,800 per month per unit, which will really bring it to $5,400 per month. And that's, of course, before expenses, which I will get into in a little bit. So I actually just got these pictures back for the third unit. So I want to just give you a quick sneak peek of what this property looks like. This is the 1-bed, 1-bath unit. It's nice, small, super cute, and perfect for a traveling nurse. So let's talk about furnishing costs now. So to furnish these units, it costs roughly $5,000 per unit. So on top of the $30,000 to buy the property, I needed about another $15,000 to furnish all of the units total. So if I take out my calculator, I'm earning $1,650 per unit times 3. That's right under $5,000 per month for the property. And again, I know that I can get that up, but for now, this is what the numbers are. Minus, I have a mortgage of $1,200 per month, and that includes the insurance and taxes. Utilities have been pretty cheap for this property with electricity, water, and gas. We're right about $250 per month. And then stuff like lawn care, supplies, and other miscellaneous, you can call it $150 per month. Plus, on top of it, at some point in time, the roof is going to need to be replaced, water heater, furnace, all that stuff. Let's account for $300 per month for long-term repairs because nothing needs to be done right now. So using that math, I'm earning about $3,000 per month in my pocket on this property. Now, if we multiply it by 12, in a year's time, I will have earned $36,000 in profit in my pocket for this property. Now, I mentioned before that I put $30,000 down to buy it, plus roughly about $15,000 in furnishings for all the units combined. So if I do $36,000 divided by $45,000, you're going to see I'm looking at an 81% cash on cash return for this property, which is absolutely insane. Now, a couple things I want to be 100% transparent on. I didn't start earning the $1,650 times 3, so like the $5,000 per month in gross incomes from day one. It's taken roughly 5 or 6 months to finally get here. So the 81% cash on cash return is not a perfectly accurate number. I don't know exactly what the year 1 cash on cash return can look like. So I'll have to do some math, add it up. It hasn't been a full year yet, just projecting the numbers here. And then the second thing I want to mention is you may be more conservative with your numbers and want to put away more on a monthly basis. So if you did that, then the return can go a little bit lower. But no matter how you slice it, this was an excellent deal and probably my best performing property so far. And one thing I realized I haven't even talked about is who my demographic is to actually rent the property out to. So let me get into that. So for this property, I'm targeting traveling nurses. There's a hospital literally less than 2 blocks away. So far, Furnish Finder and Airbnb have been my 2 sources for getting guests for this property. If you guys have any other questions or things that I missed while going through this overview, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.